Hello, I'm Pure Light. Welcome to another episode of my Christmas countdown. Today we're opening day 6 of my Minecraft advent calendar. Let's see what we're going to get. We've got a honey bottle, which means today's build ideas are all about honey. Here on the Crafting for Christ server, I use honey in a few different ways. Let me show you. We pop inside Honeycomb House here. This is my bee farm. These little guys are working away. And we've got all the redstone gubbins at the back here. So I've got some of these beehives. I'm harvesting honey. So I've got some bottles that get the honey out. And then some of them I'm harvesting honeycomb. We've got some shears for that. And down here, you'll see we've got the chests where all the stuff is. Got lots of honeycomb, lots more honeycomb, and some of the honey bottles coming in. And I think that's quite a bit, but that's because I've emptied it all out because it was getting too full. And we're yes, I have an embarrassing amount of honey. But what are we going to do with all this? Well, one of the reasons I wanted to get honey was because I can use the honeycomb to make candles. And then we've got blocks of honey, which are great for decorating. And the other thing we've got is the honeycomb block, which is made from the honeycomb combined like that. And as you can see inside my bee farm, I've used the honeycomb just as a bit of a wall decoration, which works in here. It's not an easy block to use, really. It doesn't fit in with many other things. But in context, I think it's a really nice, bright thing. Oh, and here's, I've got, well, it's a honey block in there, but it looks like a pot with the honey inside it. And you always get those sticky sounds when you walk on it. And of course, we can combine honey and string to make candles. There we go. String, honeycomb, a stack of candles. Lovely. Down here we've got, there we are, a little stall where perhaps people can come into the town and they could come over here and buy some honey. And so we've got a couple of beehives and the honeycomb block there. And just some nice white and yellow decoration and a bee banner, just in case you haven't got the point. Another cauldron of honey. I think it really adds a pop of colour to my village. Let me take you over to a similar little stall in the shopping district. Here we are. Here's my little stall selling honeycomb blocks over here and honey blocks over here. And as you can see, we've just decorated it with some honeycomb and some honey. And some glowberries, which highlight the colour. And funny thing is, I put this beehive in here, just a bit of decoration. And since I put it in, some bees seem to have taken up residence inside. So we've got a bit of coming and going as well. Look, there's one now. Making even more honey, just as I watch. There he goes. Here in my single player world, you can see right into the bee farm from the outside of the building. These guys look like they're having fun. These honey blocks are helping me harvest my pumpkins and melons, and they're really useful in mechanisms, especially if perhaps you haven't found a slime chunk yet. So as well as being able to drink bottles of honey and slide down blocks of honey, honey and honeycomb are also great decorative blocks. The Bible describes itself as sweet like honey. Let's have a look at today's verse. It says, "The decrees of the Lord are firm, and all of them are righteous. They are more precious than gold, than much pure gold. They are sweeter than honey from the honeycomb." We sometimes think of the Bible as something that you really ought to have, like having to eat cabbage or something. But these verses remind us that actually when we treasure it and read it and take it in, it's sweet and delicious as God speaks to us in his word. delicious. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe, then you'll get a notification to tell you when the next video is available. And join me again tomorrow for the next day of our Christmas countdown. Bye!